I thought this hat was so cute, especially with my very short hair, so I decided to wear it. I will be sharing from some prompts that I've done. First of all, what is private, public domain? This is a great prompt. I have them divided into two, public domain and private domain, and it's just a way to connect to your boundary of what's public and what's private. So private for me is prayer with an open heart. It's that Hashem, or the Creator, gives me the choices inside of me. It is in my cells. It's not inside of the actual body. It's in the cells, and it's the observation that goes inward. It's non-judgmental awareness starting with myself, and it's yes and no that changes based on desire. So with a yes, that means yes, and a no, that means no, but as my desires shift, it's a very direct experience of yes, no, yes, no. And finally, it's like sensitive and powerful information. That's what's private, because otherwise it would be exploited. Sensitivity or power come from inside of whatever they come from. Public domain is outside. I look at it as social media or expressions, performance, outwardness. And collective conscious is programming that is norms we have of societal standards and values. And I would say public domain involves modesty of the body that can be uncovered, and personals of emotions that can be judged. And the next prompt I divide into two as well is, what are the pandemic's biggest gifts and biggest challenges? And this has been almost 2.5 years now. Actually, it's about 3 years now. So I recommend it. I wrote pandemic biggest challenges that I was in. Not all of them are still challenging, but that have been for me. Overwhelming responsibility and pressure. Isolated from many of my resources and supports. I really missed physical touch many times so much I was despairingly resorted to exchanges that were actually beneath my wisdom, humanity, and lineage. A deep loneliness in myself becoming apparent, like emptiness of meaning, or, that's what emerged. Feeling like I was a burden or a problem. And then the biggest gifts are how to live with myself and heal myself. Motility, mobility, energy and motion, emotion, remoteness, right? All of that. Spiritual recovery, I focused a lot on. How the internet reflects the inner network, like the brain and the mind. So the brain is like the internet, and then, the brain is like the device, and then the mind is like the network. Also, the pandemic gave me a parallel universe, like a conscious, free choice in new areas, because everything was so different. There was less norms. And it proved how resilient, tolerant, enduring, fortified, vital, and bright I am to me. And it taught me about my acceptance, welcoming, and belonging, and obviously also the value of community. Now, a few more here is, what is emerging to be looked at, or I've known for a long time. And so I divided those into, because some are new and some are old. So what have I known for a long time? That I was chosen for greatness, that life as a whole matters more than just me, my life, that I'd be amazing singing, dancing, public speaking, basically as a performer. I've known, and these are things that you have to say out loud, because you might not really want to remember this, but you've known it for a long time already. So it's a really great prompt. I enjoyed it. That my art is not conventionally beautiful, and that I may not be ready for a healthy relationship, that I am an intuitive healer, and that after I surrendered my life, someone else gave me life. And also, besides for not being ready for for the healthy relationship of my dreams, when I say never, it's like that. It doesn't mean we're not going to be in the relationship. It just means we may not be ready. Okay. And then, what is emerging to be looked at? Fear of not living meaningfully, embarrassment, hypocrisy, shame, jealousy, and regret. Self-forgiveness is necessary, and some examples are like tattoos I got, sex that I had when I wasn't in line necessarily with myself. And then lack of skills around relating to myself and others, which have to do with control issues, pressure issues, basically trust issues. What else is emerging to be looked at? Oh, a wound around commitment, still related to trust, right? Betrayal, low self-esteem, abandonment, disloyalty, cowardice, two-facedness, convenience, using, and rejection. Next I have here, what is the window to my tenderness? So we're going like, and then the second half is the wound to the gift. So it's like, how do we go into the soft place and then we see why it got like that? So what is the window to my tenderness? Like the wound is the window kind of. So committing to not abandoning myself during difficulties. So that I'll have to feel it later, right? If we abandon ourselves, then we put it so later, and then my body will have to hold the pain for me till I'm ready to experience it. So actually committing to not abandoning myself during difficulties, showering, eating, walking slowly, purposefully, just being with myself slowly, telling the truth where yes means yes, no means no, even if it changes, but keeping on. Yes means yes, no means no. And staying caring and open for my own sake. Like even when I can't help people or I'm being hurt, not shutting down because it's easier, but actually fully feeling. Caring gently and kindly for my flesh, right? That's the theme here. Remembering how I was humiliated and disrespected by family and men, and accepting how much I didn't know and living in that. And finally, the wound to the gift is freed from ego isolation to connection, which is stronger than resistance. That I can save myself from consumption and it can guide others to their internal light too, from being consumed or over-consuming. To sing and dance from the inside out, to learn to enjoy and be in my company and can even influence others to do that for themselves too. Finding messy coping, right? Which makes it all make sense. Could be art or cooking, and also, finally, not wasting time on the small-minded delusions of temporary attachments, which to me means not worshiping any false appearances. Thank you for spending this time. I'm going to record another video now because tomorrow is a very short day before sunset. It's Friday, so I wish you a great rest of your day. And I'll be posting one more shortly before on Thursday for the sake of Friday, and I won't be having one on Saturday for Shabbat. And I'll have to figure out by Sunday what if I'm gonna start again on this channel, start something new. All right, bye.